Hello. When you hear the disability, what is the first thing you come to your mind? Hi, I'm Michael, Companion AK, the founder of Companion AK, a mental health organization. I will use my own story to tell you and make you think what is the difference of the disability. When I was a child, I had brain cancer, which affected the nerves of my right side, so the function relatively poor. For example, the right eye could not see, the right ear could not hear, and the right face was paralyzed. When I was in secondary school, and I was feel discriminated against because of my disability. Classmates were irritated because of my strange appearance. An unforgettable experience is that when I came to the playground at the lunchtime, I missed a classmate and want to come forward to say hello. And a male classmate also walked forward, but I did not expect him to come and say, you are not welcome here, go away. Of course, it feels a little uncomfortable in interpersonal, but I did not have any negative emotion at that time. Maybe I was more automatic in the past. So I did not take this thing as very serious. But in this time, I realized that my interpersonal relationship was not very popular. And some classmates did not seem to be very willing to get close. But I believe that as long as I go along for a long time, the relationship would become better. Fortunately, it was as good as I wished. The relationship between many classmates and me become better. And I remember in the game of first impression. And some people will think I was more bad looking at first, but after a period of getting along, and we can reduce the misunderstanding and discrimination. I was very happy in these first 2 years of junior high school. But because of my poor grades in academics, I had to repeat in Form 2 and Form 3. When I was studying in the Form 5, I still not had any intention to study and entry in the university. But in the last years of the secondary school, a student who had repeated in the class together and returned to school to share his story about studying hard in the high school and entering in the university. By listening his sharing, I had the motivation for study hard in the senior years and want to study in the university. Of course, my English result was very poor, so I did not have the opportunity to entry in the university. So I transferred to study for an associate degree and finally enrolled in my favorite subject. Attending CUHK was my turning point in my life. In my first year, I participated in many social service and competition. This is a period of exploration where I want to continue to study. By joining different social service, my best concern was mental health. So I founded Companion AK. Before founding Companion AK, I met an organization called CARE Association, which is an organization help the highly educated people with disability to find a job, from which I had hold different positions, for example, MC, In addition, I meet friends with different disabilities in the organization. And although we may encounter an inconvenience and misunderstanding, this does not prevent us from developing our potential and helping others in life, which makes me understand the importance of the peer support and counseling. In my university's life, I realized that many of my peers were not very happy for various reasons. So I hope to raise some events for focusing on the mental health of college students. So I entered Companion K. This is my organization for focusing on mental health. But just a few days after our exhibition, the outbreak of COVID-19 caused us to cancel all the planned physical activity and switch to online activity. Our main job was to interview with the people with mental disorder. First, we mainly focus on serious case students. And then some people with mental disorder are welcome to share their life story, because their life story can make an impact on other people. But even they want to share their life story, but they most stood out from the social stigma because of the mental health issue, which makes it difficult for them to integrate into society. I remember a person with emotional disorder shared in the interview. She says many friends often ask some people to remain optimistic when they share the unpleasant experience. This positive thinking is not only actually useful for them, but also will make the person feel uncared for. Of course, some people will say they don't have the psychology or social work background, or they do not understand professional counseling skills. Of course, it is bad to study relevant skills, but I think caring for the friends does not necessarily need this skill. As long as we are willing to listen, we are willing to sit next to them, this is actually a great help. As long as we are sincere with our friends, they will feel it, which makes us connect and work with each other. In the past few years, since the anniversary of Companion K, I actually want to give up service time, mainly because I really took up a lot of time for this project. The reason why we would not give up in the past few years is that there are still many people and organizations around us who appreciate our work. I would like to show my special thanks to different organizations for supporting our project and cooperating with us to organize different events in this year. I had an amazing journey because of Companion K. This achievement belongs not only to me, but also to the people and organizations that always support us in this first year. I have been very lucky to know many friends who had the same idea and keep making their dream come true in the small scale organization. In the proceed, we may have some argument, but we are willing to continue to use our ability to achieve something. We have our own shortcomings, but together we can complement each other and go together. We believe that everyone will always have emotional up and down. Emotions are not a monster. Every emotion has their meaning. We should understand and accept our emotions. They will find that there may be, and when we share the emotion, they will find that some misunderstanding and discrimination before for the emotion and emotional disorder. And four, I think the emotional and discrimination can be reduced by sharing our emotions. In the past, although we did not hold physical events, we still hope to promote mental health issues and hope that more people would pay attention on the emotional health of themselves and their friends. So, in the first wave of the pandemic, we had cooperated with the peer support worker for providing emotional support service for the people with different emotional disorder in the community. Also, many corporate and many secondary and university students were confused about their career planning. So we set up the board game for them to learn the life career through the game. And this is not only the career planning, it's also about the self-understanding and exploration. Also, we organize our numbers of volunteering service with people with mental disorder. It increases their connection and engagement in the society, increase their community participation and engagement, and empower them to use their own skill to help the people in need. These activities should from our belief that everyone has the ability to contribute to our society. People with emotional disorder often become discriminated against because of social stigma. But they also have the ability to contribute to the society and empower others. I have also felt isolated from the society in the past. But fortunately, there are still people who have raised a helping hand to me. And I have been taken care of by different people and organizations. So I would like to use my own skill to contribute to contribute on society in the future. Finally, I would like to use the slogan of Hong Kong Humanity Awards organized by Hong Kong Red Cross. Like the darkness, you could be the one. Thank you.